Hey guys, I am Adam. Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. So I made some notes to keep me on track. I have a Mike Schmidt Tiffany base card run, but I wanted to do a Tiffany run of a second player. So I've been keeping it quiet for the most part while I've been putting together this Tiffany player run, all in the 8 to 9 grade range. And I ultimately decided upon Nolan Ryan. And I'm ready to share these 9 cards with you while saying a bit about Nolan Ryan after each card. By the way, these cards are the only Nolan Ryan cards that I own at this time, but nonetheless I am really proud of this completion. A shout out to Sammy of SFI Sports Cards who got me interested in Tiffany cards in the first place. So let me turn this camera around, get it adjusted, and then let's get rolling here. So we will start with the 1984 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan. These cards are just so beautiful. I really think that Topps did a great job with these Tiffany's, front and back. So Nolan Ryan holds 51 total Major League Baseball records, and the majority of them have to do with strikeouts. We'll go through some of them, but not all of them. Perhaps the one he is most noted for is 5,714 career strikeouts, which is thought to be an unbreakable record. The next most is Randy Johnson with 4,875. So Nolan Ryan really ran away with this record. However, Ryan's 2,795 walks lead second place Steve Carlton by 962. So Nolan Ryan has walked over 50% more hitters than any other pitcher in Major League Baseball history, and that is probably an unbreakable record as well. Okay, we'll move on to the 85 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan here. This card is just outstanding, and I love that vivid green on the back. So Nolan Ryan has 7 career no-hitters, and that is thought by many to be unbreakable as well. The next most no-hitters is Sandy Koufax with 4. Despite this, Nolan never pitched a perfect game, which is when no batter reaches base by any means. Nolan never pitching a perfect game is attributed to the obvious, his high walk rate. Okay, now we move on to the 86 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan, which, any of these first 3 could be a favorite. Oh, I love that red on the back. But any of these first 3 Tiffany cards could be a lot of collectors' favorite Tiffany card for Nolan Ryan. So Nolan Ryan had the lowest career batting average allowed for those pitchers that reached the inning threshold at 204. However, Nolan's 309 on-base percentage allowed is not even in the top 100, again because of his high walk rate. Okay, now we will make some room and move on to the wood grain bordered 1987 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan. Just absolutely love these cards. My understanding is because of all of Nolan's walks allowed, and because he was not a great fielder, many consider him to not be one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He is a 300-win pitcher with 324 wins. However, he also lost 292 games, so his winning percentage is not that impressive. He is a first-ballot Hall of Famer, getting nearly 99% of the vote. However, he never won a Cy Young Award, probably due to his high walk rate. Many would argue that Nolan's longevity, being tied with Cap Anson for the most seasons played at 27 seasons, is what enabled Nolan to amass such records. I suppose how much a fan values longevity will go a long way toward determining whether they think Nolan Ryan is overrated or not. So now we're going to make some room for the next card, which is the 1988 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan. Really love these backs as well, with that nice, clean, premium cardstock. So some more Major League records that Nolan Ryan holds. 12 career one-hitters, that's tied with Bob Feller. 18 career two-hitters, and 31 career three-hitters. And let's make some more room here, and we will now move on to 89 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan. Number 530, he was traded this year, so he has 2 cards for this year. Love the colors on the back here. Very clean back. These tend to be chippy on the back, or the chipping's noticeable because of the black border on the back there, but this one's really clean in that regard. More Major League Baseball records for Nolan Ryan. 15 200 strikeout seasons. He has 6 300 strikeout seasons, a record he holds tied with Randy Johnson. And then second place is 4 other pitchers, each with half that many, 3 300 strikeout seasons. Okay, let's make some room here. And now we will move on to his second 89 Topps Tiffany, the Topps traded, moving him into a Rangers uniform here. I love the 89 Topps design. So Nolan holds a myriad of strikeout games records to include 4 career 19-plus strikeout games, 5 career 18-plus strikeout games, 8 career 17-plus strikeout games, and 16 career 16-plus strikeout games. All right, making some more room, we will now move on to the 1990 Topps Tiffany Nolan Ryan. I learned more about this set today when I watched Dylan, Double D Vintage Baseball Cards, panel talking about baseball cards from the 90s. And Shane, Shoebox Legends, went into detail about this 90 Topps set. And of course, the Tiffany looked like the regular Topps set. And a shout out to Shane because he has the one-of-one autographed buyback of this very card from 1990. This is his favorite 90s set. I believe the first set he collected as a kid has great memories for him. He has an uncut sheet of some of the cards that includes several of the Nolan Ryans, so that is really cool. Okay, now we will make room for the 91, and here's the deal. The 91, this is one of my favorites. I mean, they're practically all one of my favorites, but the 91 is a horizontal card. Tough to get in a grade of 9 like this. Such a beautiful card. I love that 40th anniversary logo. Love kind of that salmon color on the back. So if I put this up here, it's probably going to obscure the other cards a little bit. I think I'll move this one and move this over, and we'll go this route with it. So Nolan Ryan's 6.55 hits per 9 innings pitched is a Major League Baseball record. The next fewest is Sandy Koufax at 6.79. So Nolan Ryan did not allow a lot of hits, but he certainly allowed a lot of walks. So to wrap this up, why did I pick Nolan Ryan for a Tiffany base run? Because there were other players, that I could have went with. Well, I decided at this time to go with Nolan Ryan, and I still have a lot to learn about him, because I like players with significant records that are likely unbreakable. His dominant 5,714 career strikeouts record and 7 no-hitters record both really appeal to me. I'm very impressed by his longevity and that he was still going strong and pitching fastballs into his 40s. From a collecting standpoint, if I want to pick up pre-Tiffany cards of Nolan Ryan, I like the fact that I have a lot of vintage Topps cards to choose from, all the way back to his rookie card in 1968. Many would say he is not one of the best pitchers of all time, but he certainly has some of the best records of all time. And many of Nolan Ryan's records are unlikely to be broken anytime soon, if ever, which really appeals to me as a collector. Thought you guys might want to see all 9 of these beauties together. So thank you everyone for sharing in my joy. Hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time here in the Vintage Sanctuary.